welcome back. Block TV, times for Trader's Take. We try to help you and ourselves understand where we are and where we may be going. We're joined via Zoom live from the East Coast of the United States by our very own technical analyst, Joe Saz. Joe, hello to you. And please, first of all, you know what? Big news today, or, we'll have your take on it. JP Morgan rolling out the first U.S. backed cryptocurrency. What is your take on that, apropos? And do you think it will affect the markets?
Actually, like a really interesting move. It's the first major institutional move that I've seen so far toward adopting blockchain tech. Not just for not for its use case as like tracking shipments or something like that, but for a specific use case as a currency. So this is like a really interesting move because what it means is everything that I read on the article basically counteracts, it creates a massive competition for existing blockchain Ripple, XRP. And I think it's going to be really exciting to watch these two coins battle it out, similar to how Bitcoin ABC and Bitcoin SV had to battle it out, and they still are.
And why do you think this is specifically against Ripple? Interesting. Just break it down for me.
And what specifically? How does it counter attack Ripple?
Yeah.
Well, because it creates a stable currency. They specifically state to aid in cross-border payments, which is everything that Ripple's been trying to revolutionize, specifically with SWIFT. And that's what JP Morgan says in their article. I mean, this to me is like, a real, they're literally attacking word for word what Ripple promises its technology delivers, XRP.
Right.
So that's what I see. I see JP Morgan trying to jump in and say, well, Ripple did have, the four-figure, percent increase over the course of 2017. There is room for, a name brand stable coin in the banking, atmosphere.
And that is one heck of a name brand. One can argue. One heck of a name
they
brand.
have much better contacts than Ripple could try to create.
Okay, let's go through the coins today. Joe Saz, take me through the charts. Do that voodoo that you do.
Okay, let's jump to share screen here. And we're starting off with what I drew the other day being my descending line here. After we pumped, we're not really looking at anything significant. Look, we had this jump and now we're slowly falling back down. We missed this bullish crossover. This could have, and it happened over here. Something similar is happening over here. And I don't think the psychology, I look at memory, right? So when you're talking about trading, you gotta look at the memory. What do traders or what do investors remember the most? And right now they remember the crash and they are very scared. So based on recent memories here, this isn't very long ago. Jumping back to share screen, this memory right here is looking a lot like how this is unfolding. This is what I see happening next, and just a continuation. There's really nothing in this space to indicate that there's fresh money, excitement, optimism and hope again. There's still the same bearish market, and probably near the reversal phase where we're looking at a bearish euphoria, a bullish despair. But that bullish despair is still probably underneath this line somewhere in the low 2000 range. Right. So that's Bitcoin for you.
Okay, moving along.
And its chart looking pretty crazy. If you're trading futures, this candle would have destroyed you. This is a long hammer, more of like a kind of hammer-looking doji. So this means everyone's, a lot of long positions got wrecked here. So, it just shows that there's still a lot of choppy action. Shorts are now down to 22,000 versus longs at 33,000. The market's still super hopeful. Again, that hasn't panned out except for one single good-looking day on Bitcoin. So I'm not making any moves to the, betting on any moves to the upside. I actually modified this. This is my bear. I call it the bear compare. This is the bearish market comparison. Here's November 2014, November 2013 into 2014. Here's November 2017 into 2018. So we're looking at something pretty similar with the bear market, right? Except this duration before we broke down was 44 bars, and here we have 49. This is weeks. Each bar is a week in this case. 44 weeks before we broke down from this descending triangle, and 49 weeks. I basically just added that this is a 10-bar ascending triangle before we continued further. So I just modified this to have 15 bars from an established bottom. Similar to here, we had the established bottom as we broke down from the descending triangle before we went up. So here's where we kind of started it from, right? This candle right here. So I'm still looking at potential moves to the upside before we continue downward. So there's Bitcoin in a quick look.
Okay, and Ether.
Yeah. Let's see here. It looks like, same thing. Here we have another little hop. Same thing. This is like that one day, $10 billion entered the market space, but we've flatlined. We have a nice little volume candle here, and we're, descending again. Very similar to what we look like over here. There's hope. There's a massive pump in volume, and it's just not enough to spark a fire. It's just not happening right now.
Still in that bear market. Litecoin.
Litecoin, here we are. This is the line I drew. Obviously, this is, this was unexpected, 30%. And I'm seeing the same thing here. We're just moving down. We're moving down pretty fast. So I'd say I'm still pretty pessimistic. I don't really think anyone's going to be changing the narrative, any of these altcoins especially. Ripple is looking bad, and I can't wait to see what happens. Now that we have this JP Morgan thing going on,
you really think that's going to affect Ripple to the point we'll see it even sinking more?
Yeah, absolutely. What's the point for all the Ripple followers out there, they're blasting it as this technology that's going to revolutionize international banking. JP Morgan just stepped in saying, all right, well, you know what? We have contacts and we have the blockchain protocol, the software, so we can make our own. How are they going to do it? Is it going to be proof of stake? I mean, that's probably we can talk about that, all the blockchain speculation stuff when we have time. But yeah, I mean, it looks like there is a niche for them to create a cryptocurrency, and I think they're going to take advantage of that. I think it's going to attack Ripple. This technical picture now has a narrative that I strongly believe is going to affect the price. So Ripple continues along. It's just going to continue along this analysis, this prediction.
Looking ahead, right? Joe.
And,
yeah.
Yep.
No. Looking at them. I'm looking at the at Tron with you. Yes. One last one.
Yeah. So here's Tron. This is so when I brought it up a while back. Here's that bullish crossover, but I'm still expecting us to have a bearish crossover here, death cross, because look, there's just Justin Sun isn't enough to get the people excited about this. It's a technology. It doesn't matter how many times you try to pump the fact that Lightning Network Torch, hold that for 3 days and try to spread some good words about Tron in the process. It doesn't matter what he does. It might have a little bit of market effect, but I see a bearish crossover probably around here, maybe sooner if this thing tanks. And I think the crypto markets are still looking pretty bad.
No, but I have to say, interesting, because the hype of the Lightning campaign, we were wondering actually out loud, will it do that? How much effect will it have? And clearly, according to the chart, not that much.
Yeah. I would say what it has shown me is that Justin Sun's more of a, I don't want to be too mean here, but I want to say a sociopath. This guy just he got the lightning torch, and now he's like, hey guys, I'm gonna, show the world that I'm part of this blockchain community. I'm one of you guys, which is a huge lie,
Wow.
So it's just not the case. And I'm excited to see,
that it's not having an effect.
Yeah.
Okay, Joe Saz from the East Coast of the United States. Thank you for the technical charts. This was it for us on Traders Take. Do not forget also to check us out, BLOCKTV, and every social network that you have, Facebook, Twitter, Telegram. We're out there. We're taking your questions, and we'll be right back.